Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here before, welcome. My name is Mariana, and the intention of this channel is to help people to live lives that they love through incorporating small actionable steps that you can incorporate into everyday life. And one of those things for me is definitely improving my environment. And in this video, it's about improving your home environment, in particular the bedroom. And when I say improving your home environment, that's because living in a beautiful environment makes you feel good. You should walk into your home and it should bring you joy. It should make you happy to see your home as it is. It is your sanctuary. This is where you are building your life, and it should reflect your personality. I think that my home adequately reflects my personality, and I'm constantly trying to improve things, whether it be, a little bit of decluttering, changing my bedding, all those sorts of little things which make me happy. And your home should make you happy also. These little things that you can do that make your house a home. So at the weekend, I went shopping just to have a bit of a browse around, had breakfast with mum and dad, that sort of thing. And I'd actually had my eye on this particular purchase for a little while, but it was a little bit expensive. So given that it's June, I thought I'd wait until the June sale started, and lo and behold, my patience paid out. I dropped into Adairs at the weekend to see how much the doona cover that I wanted was on sale for, and it wasn't just on sale, it was actually on clearance. So I'll take this opportunity just to say this is not sponsored. I can't believe I even have to say that at this point, but there you go. So anyway, I am a member of Adairs. I pay $20 every second year, and that allows me to also obtain some extra discounts on top of any sales that they are already having. So as I said, I dropped in and the doona cover that I wanted was on clearance, and then I got a little bit of additional discount as well. When we transitioned from summer into autumn, I did switch out my bedding from my white cotton to a off-white velvet doona cover, and now as we've transitioned into winter, I wanted to warm up my bedroom a little bit more. So I've made a couple of updates, but then purchased this doona cover. And the doona cover is this one in a king size. It's the Sawyer Velvet Quilted Bed Linen in hazelnut. And I really love the Adairs velvet doona covers because they're just so heavy and warm. I feel the cold in winter. So when I transitioned from the summer to the autumn, I also put a heavy wool blanket underneath my black coverlet, and then with the heavy velvet it makes it quite warm. Also, I've recently transitioned from a 6-kilo weighted blanket to a 9-kilo weighted blanket. Like I said, I really feel the cold, so I like to have a lot of weight on me in winter, and the velvet doona covers do help that. I love to feel nice and toasty and cozy as well, and this color just represents coziness to me. And this time, instead of just purchasing the standard size pillowcases, I decided I would go for the Euro cushion covers instead. Now, I generally will have either standard or Euro to eliminate the amount of stuff that I need to purchase. And also, I don't want too many cushions on the bed. I've already got 7 on here as it is, so I don't want to add any more than that. Now, I usually stick to whites, off-white, beige, those sorts of colors, but this color in the hazelnut was really attracted to it because it's so warm and it is so cozy looking, and it is actually in keeping with my color palette, which I will also link for you guys to have a look if you're wanting to create a color palette for yourself. The good thing about having a color palette that really resonates with you and that you really love is it does make it really simple to mix and match everything. and without having to purchase additional things to, you know, tie everything together. This way I can swap one thing out and then everything will still go. So my Oslo cushion that you see back here will still go with my new doona cover. I also purchased in the king size. My bed is a queen size. Like most people, I always size up for my doona cover, so I get that longer look on the end and on the sides. I don't generally go for the super king because I think it will hang just that little bit too much, and also it's harder to get doona covers for Super King, and they're also substantially more expensive. So I think what I will do now is, it looks like it's a nice day outside, so I'm going to wash all these, get them dry out onto the line. The other trick that I do is, particularly in winter when it is quite cold and it can be quite wet, if it is a nice day but it is cold, I will still hang everything on the line so it dries to about 80-90% before I throw it into the dryer, just to finish it off, and that makes it a little bit softer, a little bit fluffier. And I also use the dryer balls, the wool dryer balls, to help reduce the amount of time that things have to be in the dryer, because using the dryer, electricity is quite expensive. And not just that, you know, you want to reduce the amount of strain that we're putting on our resources. So that's why I do that. That's what I'm going to do now. And then once everything is dried and the bed is made, I'll come back and you can have a look at the final result. Just keeping in mind, if you're considering purchasing one of these velvet doona covers, which I highly recommend, they are really thick, so washing and drying. So this, I've got a 7-kilo washing machine and I can only put this doona cover in and nothing else. The pillowcases I will have to wash separately with other washing, and they also, because they're so thick, they do take a while to dry, and that's why I give it 80-90% and then throw it into the dryer, because if I were to put this into the dryer when it's just coming out of the washing machine, it would literally take hours to dry. I tend to do that. I don't use my clothes dryer for clothes. I will use it once my towels or sheets are 80-90% dry, and that just keeps them fluffy and soft, and that's really the only time that I use my dryer, which means that in rainy times my spare room does look a little bit like a laundry. It also, not using the dryer does prolong the fabrics in your clothing as well, so just keep that in mind next time you go to use that dryer. So that's my hot tip for today. So it's now the next day. Bedding has all now been washed and the bed has been remade. I absolutely love the warmth of this doona cover. And like I said, I have put on the Euro pillowcases this time as opposed to the standards. It's not meant to be on the bed, but there you have it. The other update I've made to this bedroom, not an update. So when I made the bed this time, in addition to changing the color, the doona cover, and putting the Euro pillows on there, I've also put on my flannel sheets. I don't have an electric blanket. Underneath the black coverlet, I've actually got a heavy wool blanket. I also sleep with a 9-kilo weighted blanket, which I think is intended for people between 80 and 100 kilos. But I don't care. I love it. I love the warmth and the weight of it. I cannot sleep if I'm cold. Choose not to put the heater on while I'm sleeping, so I just use the flannel sheets and the additional blankets. The other update I've made to this room recently is I have put up mirrors above the bedside cabinets. Now, it took me ages to find these mirrors. I actually got them from Bunnings. They were $69 each. So I really like that it's got the thin metal frame as opposed to anything too heavy. I did want something a little bit taller, and I did look at IKEA, but the payoff was I either had to go taller and slimmer, or in the exact size it had quite a heavy wooden frame, and that's not what I wanted. It was still black, but I didn't want anything so heavy, and I think that the black thin metal border or frame will still go in the event I ever decide to change that wall from black to a different color. The width is 65 centimeters, which matches the bedside cabinets, which is what I wanted. The other thing I'm contemplating doing is actually lowering the mirror so it sits below the shade of the bedside lamp, and then putting up some portrait lights above the mirrors. That way it's still increasing the height. That's the other reason I wanted to add the mirrors, is this room is so small that it actually does make the room look and feel a little bit bigger, and it also adds some height because I've just got standard ceilings. I don't have one of those fancy homes with the really high ceilings, so that's why I wanted to do that. And also I feel that the bedside mirrors just add some elegance and some luxury to the room and give it a bit of more of a modern feel. And I love the way the light of the lamps bounces around from the mirrors. Sorry, Bella's jumping all over me. She's been a jerk. I don't know why she's moving away. She loves the camera. And the good thing about this doona cover is it actually does go really well with my little lumbar cushion from Oslo, which I love and I want to keep it. And like I said earlier, that's the benefit of going for a neutral color palette. It just means that you can just mix and match everything so well. That's it, guys. That's my new doona cover that I purchased at Adairs. I've kept my black throw, I've kept my black coverlet. Everything I can just keep reusing and reusing. And that's the thought process that I have whenever I'm purchasing something new. Will it go with what I already own? I don't want to be purchasing a bunch of new things every time I swap one little thing out. It saves me money. It reduces the impact on the environment as well. So I really try and think about these things. That's it. So I hope that you liked my new bedroom or my new bed look. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope you really enjoyed my new doona cover or my mini room tour with my winter warmer update. Like I said, I absolutely love this doona cover. I think it was a really good option. I'm glad that I did get it at the reduced price though, because if you can save money, why not? But like I said, guys, whenever you're purchasing something new, go back to your color palette first before you start spending money on things that may not work. Keep your color palette on your phone so you can take it with you. Do little mood boards, even if it's just for something as simple as buying a new doona cover. At least then you can get a feel of how it will look in your room, and then you can be 100% sure that you're making the right choice. Because if you're spending that little bit extra on good quality, like I have with this one, with the velvet, yeah, you just don't want to be making a mistake, because bedding is one of those things that just can't be returned once it's been tried on. And like I've mentioned in my other bedroom tour videos, is that your bedroom is where you rest your body. Show yourself some respect, show your home some respect and dress it beautifully. You will feel better when you're going to bed at night. You'll feel better when you're getting up in the morning. And it's just something so lovely about waking up in a beautiful bed with beautiful linens in a beautiful bedroom. And like I always say, your home is where you are building your life. It's where you are making memories. So why not make everything about your life beautiful? That's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Or if you think that there are other updates that I need to make to my bedroom, please drop me a comment below. Anyway, that's it. I hope you all have a fabulous day. Bye.